high school football. Get ready for heart-pounding action. The Camdenton Lakers are on the official voice. 93.5 Rocks. Sponsored by Polylift. The pregame show is sponsored by Summit Natural Gas. Now, here's Brendan Matthews, Luke Hagedorn, and Kevin Burns. Live from the Kenny Carroll Excavating Broadcast Booth.
Well, some are calling it the biggest game in the history of the Camdenton and Lebanon programs, as they are an hour away from putting their undefeated records on the line and a chance to enter the driver's seat for the upcoming district playoffs. This is the Summit Natural Gas pregame show, everyone. So glad to have you here. Brendan Matthews and Luke Hagedorn joining you inside our Kenny Carroll Excavating Broadcast booth. KB down on the sideline, Sammy Stava inside our BG Tree Service Score Center, Mike Anthony back in Osage Beach, and a host of folks helping us out on the TV side tonight as well on KRMS TV, watching us on YouTube, our KRMS TV YouTube channel, our Roku app. Also, of course, your antenna-enabled television on 32.1, and that's a little bit later on tonight. Well, Luke, this is one we've been talking about all season long, and as we saw the Lakers and the Lebanon Yellow Jackets continue to accumulate wins, we thought, wow, is it possible they could get to Week 8, both undefeated, both in the top 5? Well, here we are, the third-ranked Yellow Jackets, the fourth-ranked Lakers, so much on the line. We can feel it. This place is humming. A ton of Lebanon folks are already here. We're so glad to have everyone alongside us tonight.
Yeah. It's been, it's one of those games you circle on the calendar every year. Camdenton versus Lebanon. Just the proximity, geographically, all the things that go into making what this rivalry what it is. But this season was kind of special. It's kind of one of those seasons where the Lakers kind of focused on this year. Lebanon obviously had great success against the Lakers the last 3 times. So this is one of those games that kind of sticks in the craw of these guys. It's a little bit of unfinished business, a little bit of, you want to get something done here. You want a little revenge factor in this game because of what's happened the last 3 years. But as the season progressed, with this game late in the season, everybody kind of looked at it even more and said, oh, wait, what if? Lebanon was ranked in the top 10 early on in the season. Camdenton kind of creeped their way in there. It's like, what happens if Week 8 of the high school football season, you have a 7-0 Lebanon team coming to town against a 7-0 Camdenton team, both state ranked, everything on the line. Can't be more fired up than that.
These two teams, it's been fascinating to watch the ebbs and the flows of this rivalry over the years, Luke, because it's been streaks, nothing but streaks. Currently, Camdenton on a 3-game skid to this Lebanon team, but before that, Camdenton enjoyed great success, of course, culminating in the 2019 season where the Lakers beat Lebanon twice. They had a 4-game winning streak before that, a 2-game skid, a 3-game winning streak that started in the 2012 playoffs on that very memorable night where Camdenton went down to Lebanon after losing in the regular season, beat the Yellow Jackets in the district playoffs by a score of 42-21. And so many memorable games. That one, I think, kind of sticks out to folks because it ended that streak and it started a great 2-year run of the Lakers getting to the state quarterfinals. That, of course, in Class 5. The Lakers have gone back to 4 and now back to 5 here, Class 5, in a state of Missouri that's got so many incredible teams. We're not so much worried about that right now because not every team that's upper echelon, Luke, has to go through a team like either Camdenton or Lebanon. A lot of other teams, hey, they'd be sitting at the top of the heap knowing they've got an easy ticket to the quarterfinals. That's not the case here. But it's also important to remember, folks, there's no finality to tonight. The loser is nowhere close to being out of this thing, and that is crucial to remember, but that's not taking anything away from how big a game this is tonight.
Absolutely. If you look at the season like a book, this is just a chapter. It could be one of the more exciting chapters.
Yeah.
It could be the chapter that everybody is kind of looking forward to, but there will be other chapters. Regardless of how this game ends tonight, there will be other chapters for both teams. There's a good chance you're going to see Camdenton versus Lebanon too. Now, the thing is, whoever wins this game tonight will host that game. If that game happens. Obviously, things have to happen between now and then.
Right.
But ultimately, that's the deal. So we'll have another version of this. It's just a matter, will be Lebanon be coming here looking for revenge, or will be Camdenton going to Lebanon to look for revenge? But that's down the line. A lot of things have to happen. Tonight is what sets the table for the district championship and everything that goes forward for both of these teams. Both these teams, Lebanon with their high ranking early in the season, Camdenton with their just great expectations year in, year out, will not be satisfied by simply getting to the district championship. It's making to that next level and seeing what kind of deep run you can make in the playoffs that will determine a successful season or an unsuccessful season for these two teams, and it all begins tonight.
It's also all about the contrasting styles here, Luke. Of course, the Purple Tide 5 wide going up against the Flexbone offense. And folks, you want to stay tuned here during the Summit Natural Gas pregame show as we visit with offensive coordinator, offensive line coach Par Pitts. Luke, he was a head coach for more than a dozen years running the Flexbone offense. Par knows the ins and the outs of it. So that's going to be a great conversation coming up later on here in the pregame.
Yeah, when Par came back to Camdenton, when he came back home, he was an all-state player here. He was a guy I looked up to. He worked so hard. He's one of those guys who just watched in the weight room, just worked so hard. He's what inspired me to know when I got older, I needed to work. If I wanted to have the success that they had, I needed to work just that hard. Par's come back. He's brought some new tricks back with him, added some things to this offense over the years, has kind of evolved with Jeff, two guys who played together back in the 80s. So, they go way back. So they've been able to evolve with this offense and really kind of make it their own. But his inside knowledge of what the Flexbone is and what the Flexbone can do, I'm sure came in handy for Nick Bruck, for McDuffie, and the rest of the defensive staff to kind of focus on what it takes to shut this offense down tonight. Like I said, two totally different offenses, two totally different concepts of what you're trying to do tonight. Lebanon's going to want to shorten this game with fewer possessions. They want long clock-killing drives to keep the Laker 5 wide off the field. The Camden Lakers want to come out and shoot as many paintballs as they can and just put up points. And
it's also it's important to remember these are two, especially this year, but obviously over the last couple decades, quite frankly, and even longer than that for Camdenton. But Lebanon's been good for a while. These are two, at times, very heated rivals. But I think it's important tonight to really remember and hope we see the quality of football that these two teams have put out there on the field. And there's always room to have some fun and some trash talk, but let's keep it fun. Let's keep it nice tonight, everybody. But hey, this is all about bragging rights, and this is and quite frankly, it's only part one of the bragging rights, because there may be a part two to this story in just a couple weeks.
Yeah, and all those, the heated rivalry. Oh no, we got a runaway hog down there, runaway hog. Of all the heated rivalry parts of it, these two teams, these two coaching staffs, they respect each other. They understand what each other are trying to do. It's all about good competition. The fans, the student section, those maybe listening at home, perhaps certain accounts on Twitter, I think all bets are off. But
you might be right.
But here, what happens on the field, you're going to see two teams that play the game the right way. They play it two totally different ways, two different styles, but they play the game the right way. They're going to hit hard. They're going to play hard. They're going to play fair. But it's and really, this is one of those games where the best team who plays tonight, maybe not the best team, but whoever plays the best tonight is going to win this football game.
I tell you what, he's always right in the middle of some of the heated altercations, or maybe some pushing, maybe some shoving going on down to the sidelines. His updates brought to you by Lensmart Optical and HMI Fireplace Shop. KB, he has seen a rumble or two in this great rivalry. Good evening, sir.
I am not at all opposed to a little pushing and shoving. As a matter of fact, I just remember something in pink some years ago, doing a snow angel in the middle of the field here.
Where there was no snow, by the way.
No snow, but she managed to do a snow angel. And that will always, for the rest of my life, be embedded in my brain as one of the memories of Camdenton Laker football. I don't know, you guys are up there in the press box, so you haven't felt it, but there are some implications down here as well, and they surround the weather forecast. We have seen the weather, kind of do some interesting things today. We had some sunshine, we had some higher winds. There's a red flag alert, which means folks aren't supposed to be burning, and that low humidity, but it is not humidity that we're worried about. I have actually felt a couple of raindrops down here, and I mentioned that earlier, that we did have rain to the north, but some of it is moving in this general direction. Don't know if it's going to be very significant as far as kickoff, which is about 15 minutes away. However, we have a bigger dilemma than the Lakers and the Yellow Jackets. Luke wants to know, where's the pizza? So I had heard that earlier, and I was just kind of curious about that. So if anybody out there knows where the pizza is, please see us in the KRMS 93.5 Rocks booth for Laker football. How about these Lakers and the ability for them to face adversity? And again, I think one of the best lessons learned this year was the ability to win on the road. And I think it's going to make a big difference, especially when you're at home. You remember the Rolla game. You remember the thumping there. And now you talk about altercations. There were a couple of Rolla Bulldogs that were escorted off the field by the officials.
Right. Yeah.
And then the next week, you've got a Kickapoo team that came out and really handed it to the Lakers. And the Lakers dug themselves out of a hole and were able to come back. You've had teams, and again, like Hillcrest last week, that looked at this Laker team and said, we don't care if you're 5-0, we don't care if you're 6-0, we don't care. We're still going to give you everything we can possibly muster. And here is the thing. That Hillcrest team, had they been able to have some guys on both sides of the ball rather than one or two or three or half the team playing both sides of the ball, things might have been a little different for the Lakers. So I think it's important to remember the lessons that they've learned along the way to get to this particular juncture. Understand that these Lebanon Yellow Jackets are no slouches by any stretch of the imagination. However, we've seen it time and time again, and I can almost tell you, as watching from the sidelines, when the opposing team's will was broken. Some plays, or maybe one particular play. But I think that's what this is going to hinge on tonight. The Lakers have got to get on Lebanon early. They can't take their foot off the gas, and they've got to ride this team like their lives depend on it. I understand it's regular season. I understand there could be a meeting somewhere down the road. But I also understand, how you doing, Mike? I also understand that they want to win, and everybody here wants them to win, and it will send a defining message throughout the state of Missouri as to the seriousness of this Laker team. And a little earlier, we had Bear Shore down here warming up, and I could hear him talking about the seriousness of this game. And I know it's great to be able to play against a Lebanon team when you're not injured, and I think we're really going to see him factor into this game tonight, certainly with a quarterback draw, and certainly with an opportunity to maybe air that ball out a little bit as well. Lots of things on the line tonight, guys, but we're going to have to put the speculation behind us and just see how it all plays out. And when it's all said and done at the end, there's 4 zeros up there. The whistles have been blown. Hopefully we'll get some fireworks tonight at the end of the game, and we'll have us a nice big old bad old Laker win to celebrate right here in Camdenton, Missouri. I want to thank the good folks at LensMart Optical for sponsoring the sideline reports. The wonderful folks as well at HMI Fireplace Shop sponsoring the Man Calves. And as I love to say, if you're here in Camdenton, somewhere throughout the lake area, somewhere throughout the state, somewhere in the country, somewhere listening, participating, send us the good vibe, send us the good karma, and go Lakers.
All right, KB, and again, his update's brought to you by LensMart Optical, HMI Fireplace Shop. This is the Summit Natural Gas pregame show. Camdenton and Lebanon, about 45 minutes away. We're going to step aside right now. So much coming up over the next 45 minutes, and we'll start it out with our player interview. Senior Tommy McEllier is standing by coming up after this break. Camdenton and Lebanon, 2 top 5 teams going at it tonight on 93.5 Rocks the Lake and KRMS TV.
Property damages, lost lives, horrible losses caused by floods can be minimized or prevented. DRIPS LLC believes the best way to prevent human suffering is through a fast and simple, stress-free barrier system. One 5-connected bag system replaces 750 regular sandbags and can be set up and filled in place by 2 men in less than 10 minutes. That's 200 times faster deploy than regular sandbags. Not only are our Big Bags USA barrier systems easy to lengthen and stack, but they conform to all types of terrain. Now is the time to implement a cost-saving, efficient deployment barrier plan and method. It's never too early to be prepared. Request a free quote today by calling 800-337-0537.
Family friendly. affordable, and open to the public. Just 3 ways to describe the Trophy Room at Old Kinderhook. The Trophy Room has been serving families affordable and delicious meals for years, and everyone is welcome. And they've got something for everyone in your family too, with prime rib specials on Friday and Saturday nights, and a great kids menu for your little ones. Book your reservation at opentable.com or call the Trophy Room at 573-317-3560.
It's the original home for Laker football. 93.5 Rocks.
Summit Natural Gas pregame show continues as we're getting you ready for the big one, the Highway 5 Trophy on the line. District ramifications, conference ramifications, undefeated regular season ramifications. Big night here, 93.5 Rocks the Lake and KRMS TV, and we're pleased to be joined by senior Tommy McElhinney here on our player interview for the week. Tommy, how are you?
Good. Very good. Excited.
We're pumped up for tonight, no question about it. Tommy, I know you've been banged up a little bit the last couple of weeks. Just physically, how you feeling entering the ball game tonight?
I'm feeling good. I'm ready. Shoulders, it's feeling really good. Healthy now. Excited. Ready for the first hit to see how it kind of really shakes out.
And we noticed it down at the Lebanon game as you exited a little early. Do you know right away in a situation like that, are you kind of hoping beyond hope that it's nothing serious? What's that like in the moments where you know maybe something isn't completely right?
Well, at first, when I first felt the hit, I was trying to play it off because it probably was just like a deep bruise or something. I'd kind of play off of it, maybe get better in the next plays. But then I barely could lift my shoulder up, and that's kind of when I knew I had a bigger problem going on than just a deep bruise.
And it had to be kind of a bummer because you had, first of all, that game in particular, you were playing very well, and you've just been a real leading catalyst for this defense for much of the first half of the season. Was it difficult to bounce back from? Were you bummed out that night down at West Plains as that game was sort of unfolding?
Yeah, I was really bummed out because, we had great energy going on. All the guys were doing really well. So it was kind of hard watching from the sideline, but I knew that other players could step up and do the exact same thing I was doing just as well because we're all great. We play great as a team. So I knew just one person out wouldn't hurt us that bad.
Well, like we said, you've been a real catalyst for this group. What about your defensive play have you been most pleased about before the injury?
Probably the West Plains game when I made that sack because we've been practicing all week, the exact play. And I knew if that play was going to happen, I'd have that opportunity on that big sack. And just the energy of that game, that was probably my favorite moment on that sack.
Yeah, a big energy point in that ball game. You could really feel the momentum it was swinging towards the Camdenton Lakers side. And Tommy, I feel like this defense as a whole, like you said, I think you put it best there a second ago, this has been a real group effort. The defense collectively has been so solid. Why do you think that's the case?
I think that we've been so close as we've been friends for so long, playing all the way since Little Hogs all the way up together. It's more like a brotherhood we've gained together. So I think that we just play so good together. We don't really get down on each other. We just more pick each other up, and we know what we can all do as a big group. Because we've always been a decent team throughout the years, so we really know how to play with each other.
Well, Tommy,
we know everyone's personalities.
Exactly. And whenever I have a chance to talk to a senior like yourself, whether it's defense, offense, whether it's quarterback, whether it's one of the Hoggies up front, it's always so much fun for the most part. And obviously there are kids occasionally that transfer in, maybe just moving to town and have only been a part of Laker football for a little bit. But somebody like yourself, like you said, you've grown up in and around the program. You've played with your teammates for your entire life. How does that just add to the experience and the enjoyment, Tommy? Because you're playing with your buddies that you've known probably for almost your entire life.
It's a great feeling because, when you when you're on the field, you just dreamed of those moments as a group. Like when we were in Little Hogs, we always dream of like playing at Bob Shore Stadium and being underneath the lights, and we always talk about it. And now that it's actually happening and having this great of a season so far, it's just the energy is there and everyone's just kind of living what we've always talked about.
Tommy McElhier is our guest. Here's the Summit Natural Gas pregame show, getting you ready for kickoff. Camdenton and Lebanon, the top 5 battle. We'll talk about that game here specifically in a moment. But Tommy, in those days growing up, watching the program maybe from afar as a kid coming up in middle and elementary school, were there players, were there teams that you specifically remember watching on the varsity Laker level as a kid growing up that made that feeling of playing under the lights, that it made it all the more real watching some of those guys growing up? Can you remember some of those names that kind of stood out to you most as a youngster?
Well, I know, like, Paxton Doran, I know that's a big name that everyone uses, but he really set the standard high for really our class, because when we were coming in, we got to watch them, and we were actually growing up to saying, oh, this is going to be us in a couple of years. So he was a big one. Their whole grade was, and they kind of put a high standard for us, so we're trying to reach that.
That's Tommy McElhier, our player interview tonight. He's the senior. He's back from injury and is going to play a key role tonight. Make no mistake about it. It's the Summit Natural Gas pregame show. We take our look around Lakerland and get some X's and O's from Par Pitts coming up after this break. Camdenton and Lebanon on the way, powered by Polylift Boat Lifts, 93.5 Rocks the Lake, and KRMS TV.
A veteran-owned company, A&M Outdoor Sales offers a large selection of high-quality, durable skid steer attachments at an affordable price. From pallet forks to forestry mulchers, they have the attachment you need to get your job done quickly and efficiently.
Hi, I'm Andrew with A&M Outdoor Sales. My goal is to offer you the highest quality and most affordable attachments. Check out our website, amoutdoorsales.com. Proudly selling American-made skid steer attachments, because that's what I am, American-made.
The convenience of it is what makes it awesome. Use the boat twice as much.
I've had these touchless covers for about 3 years now. I have them on all 3 boats here on the dock.
We don't have to constantly clean spiders off of our boats.
I'm able to come out by myself, raise them up, put them back down. They've made all the difference for me.
Purchasing a boat is a pretty big investment, and when you purchase a Rough Water dock, you're protecting that investment for years to come. Rough Water Dock has been your trusted dock builder at the lake for over 30 years, specializing in custom docks that are built to withstand the rough waters of the Lake of the Ozarks. Rough Water is a full-service dock builder offering commercial construction, dock additions, swim docks. They're Amarin certified and fully insured. Rough Water Dock, the peace of mind you want and the protection you need.
Purple, to you, it's Laker football on 93.5 Rocks.
All right, let's take a look around Lakerland, and congratulations to the Camdenton Lakers softball team, winners tonight in the district championship, and they get it done down at Glendale, a weeks-long endeavor, and we're thrilled, and congratulations to the Camdenton Laker softball team, winners tonight in the district championship, and that's your look around Lakerland, and it's brought to you by EconoLift Boat Lifts, as I throw things over to my partner, Luke Hagedorn.
Yeah, shout out to Camdenton Lady Lakers, Coach Tyler Denzo, doing a good job with them, getting them going. What a great job there. Pleased to bring on former Laker basketball player. He's one of those guys who was big involved in the student section in a few of these games. I'm sure he has a few Lebanon stories to tell, but my buddy Justin Hoffman joining us. You've been on the air with us before, so just kind of remind everybody about what you're up to these days and your time in Lakerland.
Yeah, buddy, good to be back. man, this is intense. Lebanon, Camdenton, I could feel it. It's awesome. You had, for us back in the day, it started in 5th grade. You'd play them in baseball, and luckily back then we thumped them pretty good. 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. They started catching up with us a little later, but it was intense on the field. It was intense on the court. It was intense after the games at Ken's Pizza, where the extracurriculars would go on. Always a good time. Always intense, to say the least.
Yeah, I know you've done some traveling in your day. You've probably seen some high school sports in other communities. It's been a while. I know you've been out to the JOD to see a game. What's this atmosphere? You know, we haven't even really kicked off yet, but you can kind of see the Lebanon folks kind of trickling in on the other side. The bands are there.
Yeah, I lived down in Georgia for the last 19 years, and high school football down there is very similar to here. It's very intense. All those guys are trying to get into UGA. They're trying to get into Bama. You know, so the competition is tough. And if you've got a restaurant on Friday night down there, no one's coming to your restaurant because everyone's at the game. So it's very similar. There's just something special about Camdenton, Lebanon, though.
Now, going back to your days on watching out on the football field, is there any one memory that sticks out to you that you saw out there on the field? Any players that really kind of rock your socks?
Well, yeah, for me it was pretty easy. I was about the same build as Jeff Shore. He was a senior when I was a freshman, so I was trying to emulate him all the way back in 7th grade, 8th grade, trying to shoot like him, ran the hurdles. And I just remember every time that he dropped back, you just felt like you were going to score a touchdown. And it felt like that for 3 years watching him.
Well, we're talking with Justin Hoffman here, former Camden Laker. Any teachers or coaches that you want to shout out to that really made a difference for you?
Yeah, Coach Draper was awesome. It was Goldstein, and then Draper came in when I was a sophomore, and the vibe kind of changed because he came down from Mizzou, so he had a connection with Norm Stewart. So we got to go to the summer camps up at Mizzou, and we got to play against Raytown and the St. Louis schools. And I felt like that really was something that helped me long term, even in my military career, was getting up against better competition. And I thought he really jump-started that. Coach Williams, he coached me in baseball. He coached me then in basketball. So he was around me my entire schoolhood, really. And he had a big impact on my life, too.
That's Justin Hoffman. I'm Luke Hagner. This is the Summit Natural Gas pregame show. Coming up next, Brendan had a nice little conversation with Par Pitts about
When you need a new dock, repair, or relocation, call the Damn Dock Company, of course. The Damn Dock Company.
Can't care, Miss TV.
When you need a new dock, repair, or relocation, call the Damn Dock Company, of course. The Damn Dock Company specializes in floating devices and can design, build, repair, and even move any dock from any lake or river. They have the storage space for the required 2 weeks of quarantine when moving a dock from one body of water to another. The Damn Dock Company has a team of experienced welders, builders, and electricians that can build, modify, or repair any dock you can imagine. Go to damndockcompany.com.
Inundated with direct mail and robocalls for Medicare health plans? Confused by changing rules and options? That's why it's important to have a licensed insurance agent you can depend on.
Guardian Insurance Group worked with us to find the coverage that suit our specific needs. They stay in contact to make sure we're using all our benefits.
At Guardian Insurance, we have the knowledge, the experience, and the passion to help you through your Medicare health plan needs.
Give us a call or visit guardiangroupmo.com.
Drift away with the Driftwood Spa and Salon at Margaritaville. Start with some basic facial skin treatments to a variety of body massage treatments, or choose from 8 different spa packages to discover the perfect combination of services to relax, rejuvenate, and refresh your mind, body, and spirit. Call for an appointment, 573-348-3535.
Hi, this is Shelley from the Driftwood Spa and Salon at Margaritaville. We are located in the Driftwood building next to the indoor pool, and our new salon is directly across the street. Come drift away with us.
We're your project resource.
It's Laker football on 93.5 Rocks.
Well, we're going to get some X's and O's here again from Camdenton Laker offensive coordinator, offensive line coach Par Pitts here on the Summit Natural Gas pregame show as we get closer to kickoff between Camdenton and Lebanon. And Par, you've got some great insight on running a flexbone offense. You have done that as a head coach, so I wanted to get some perspective from you and for our listeners. What makes this kind of offense? Why would a team want to run it? What makes it dangerous from a defensive perspective going up against it?
Well, I would think the first thing to do is it's really hard to emulate it and go against it in practice unless you are a person that or a team that does it, because they come off the ball really, really hard. Speed with which the dive back hits the hole is you can't replicate it unless it's something that you already do. So replicating it, I think the other advantage that Flexbone has is they have 4 receivers, potential receivers, and three running backs plus the quarterback on every play. So it's super versatile, and depending on what you want to do, you can actually come up with whatever your strengths are when they get into that Flexbone.
Par, what are the traits an offensive line has to have to be able to run this offense well?
I think it's going to be their pad level, and the best Flexbone teams around the state. And in our conference, we got several teams that are running the Flexbone. They come off the ball low and hard, and then they have a good communication because people are going to show different fronts, so you're going to double team at different points of attack. You're going to man block it at different spots based on what the defense does. So I think the communication that's happening with those guys up front and their pad level is crucial for success.
Their fullback, Cade Musia, who's going to get the lion's share of the carries in this ballgame tonight, Par, he seems to just be a lightning bolt through the line once he touches the football. What, in terms of, again, the back that would carry the ball the most in an offense like this, speed, vision, power, what best describes a good Flexbone running back?
I think from that fullback position is different. They've got those wings that are speed guys and have to be good blocking on the edge. But that fullback is where the offense starts. And so he's got to be rugged enough to be able to carry it 30 times between the tackles. He's got to be fast enough to make you pay when there's a seam. And Lebanon's fullback is all of that. And so I think he's improved on a lot of things since last year. So I think that just that ruggedness and being able to get positive yardage, even when there's not a big hole, I think is super important when you run that flex zone.
Par, you mentioned how some of the other teams in the league also running this offense. Why do you think more and more teams are gravitating towards this kind of offense?
I think the versatility of your linemen, they don't have to be big. They don't have to be, a certain size. They just have to be able to come off the ball low and hard. And I think you don't have to have a big, tall quarterback. You can have a quarterback that can run the ball effectively. Like Lebanon hasn't ran the ball hasn't thrown the ball very much over the last few games. So you can have a guy there that is your fourth running back that can make good decisions and handle the football. And so I think that versatility, that you don't have to have a specific stud in one spot, lends itself to being able to rebuild that thing every year that you graduate good seniors. And so I think that's why. And now I think the other thing is it combats a little bit, or tries to combat the wide open attacks that the Glendale run and we run, because it's a ball control offense. So I think from that perspective, if you can keep the ball in your hands and keep it out that explosive spread.
Or you mentioned how difficult it is to replicate in practice. Is it a matter of consistent reps, the number of reps, smart reps? How would you describe that over a period of time? And Jeff mentioned last week it's something you guys have been working on now for a few weeks. What is the key then in practice to be ready for it?
I think first off is our defensive guys understanding their responsibilities, and so that comes with some slower reps and some learning reps, but then those full speed reps when you're facing a really good double team and a hard running fullback dive, that's super important as well. And so, as we prepare for these teams, that's kind of what we try to emulate early in the week. Make sure that we are sound in our scheme, and then we try to crank it up and get some really quality reps.
Par Pitts with some X's and O's for us here on the Summit Natural Gas pregame show. Par, it's always a pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. That's Par Pitts and getting some in-depth knowledge on that flex bone offense. More coming up. We've got our Stover Carpet and Drapery Laker highlights on the way. Summit Natural Gas pregame show, 93.5 Rocks the Lake, KRMS TV.
WP Controls manufactures the most user-friendly and convenient boat lift controllers on the market right here at the Lake of the Ozarks. Great for weekenders and full-time residents. They're designed to view and control your lift from any device, from anywhere. Imagine operating your lift on your way home from a day on the lake, so it's ready when you get there. Features include built-in camera, easy-to-use touchscreen, internet and Bluetooth-enabled remote control app, programmable receptacles for dock accessories, and instant text notification of any lift movement. Visit WPControlsLLC.com.
With Farmers Multi-Policy Discount, the more policies you have, the more you can save on your insurance. You get a discount for insuring your boat, jet ski, RV, life, home, and more. Save up to 45%. Farmers offers coverage for a whole lot of things. And you can save a whole lot of something with Farmers Policy Perks.
Hi, I'm Casey Irvie, Farmers Agent in Camdenton. Call me at 573-901-0509 to get a quote today. You can also find me online or email me at cirvie@farmersagent.com.
Boat lifts help you make boating better.
Child of Colorado, Major Rice, child of Heidi.
We bleed purple. To you, it's Laker football on 93.5 Rocks.
Siegel, child of Teresa and Michael Siegel. Alexis Spurling, child of Shannon Spurling and Tiffany Willis. Desmarie Stevens, child of Teresa Knowles and David Stevens. Natasha Stimple, child of Amy Stimple. Braden Tate, child of Jeff and April Tate. Amber Wade, child of Sonia Fletcher.
Your highlights are brought to you by Stover Carpet and Drapery. Motion to the far side. Griesmeyer with the back flank to his left. Looks left, feels some pressure. He eludes it, steps up in the pocket, looks for the goal line. He is in for a Hillcrest touchdown at 9:26 to go in the first. The Hillcrest Hornets lead the Lakers 6-0. First and goal, wide open, touchdown catch to Reese Waters. The Lakers are on the board at 4:40 to go in the first quarter. QB1 to number 31. From the 8 on third down, QB draw, Bear Shore right back up the middle, then cuts it right. He's into the end zone for 6. Tripped as he goes in, but it counts for 6. And the Lakers take their first lead of the night. It's 13-8, 3:38 to go in the first. It's a handoff up the middle. It's a first down and more to the goal line, a touchdown. Don't look now, but the Hillcrest Hornets are pumped up here in Springfield. Snap hops to Bear. He's going to rumble it himself, running off left guard. Stacked up at the goal line, but pushes the pile forward for another touchdown. The Lakers go up at 8:53 to go in the second quarter, 20-14. 4th and 7. Griesmeyer wants to throw down the right boundary into double coverage, incomplete. And there is Laundry on the back end of the play. And if it's pass interference, it'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Hornets. Lakers dropping back into coverage here. They're rushing 3, and it's intercepted going down the right boundary. An Oak Star Bank played a bank on and firing down the sideline. And that's going to be a pick 6 going all the way.
We got multiple flags.
Yeah. Durnan takes it all the way if it stands. Bear fakes the jet sweep. Bear keeps it himself, bouncing to the outside, tripped up and inside the goal line for a touchdown. 10:24 to go in the third quarter. Lakers rush 3. Griesmeyer wants to throw down the left numbers into double coverage, and the ball is intercepted as Cam Durnan comes away with the football, kind of playing center field, or at least left center field. gets the pick, his second interception of the night. Cam Durnan on the screen to Reese Waters. Reese explodes into the end zone for a touchdown at 9:06 to go in the third. The Lakers adding to their lead. It's 41-14. On second down, there's the ball carrier, Blake Ford, straight up the middle for a touchdown.
Those Hoggies open up a big gap. Ford finds his way to the end zone and extends this Laker lead 3 minutes, 58 seconds left in the quarter.
Durnan wants to loft one up corner of the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. Ethan Evans brings it in at 30.9 left in the third quarter. As the Lakers extend their lead, it is 55-14. Cade Durnan takes the snap, and he's going to throw deep down the sideline, and it is complete for a touchdown. And that's another Durnan to Durnan combination.
And he just let that thing fly. He uncorked it. Like, he sure did. I didn't even think he was going to throw it.
It wasn't easy at times, but the Camdenton Lakers are 7-0. They beat the Hillcrest Hornets 63-22 and set up next week undefeated versus, we think, undefeated in the Lebanon Yellow Jackets and Camdenton Lakers. Laker highlights have been brought to you by Stover Carpet and Drapery, a family-owned business located on Highway 54 in Camdenton. Call 573-346-2208.
Stover Carpet and Drapery carries only the best carpet, vinyl, ceramic tile, and wood flooring.
When you're ready for a remodel, DKB Showroom is the place to start. You'll be amazed at the size and quality of selections we have to start your project. And with decades of design and plumbing expertise, no job is too big or too small for DKB. Call and schedule your appointment today. At DKB Showroom, we do kitchens and baths better. See our beautiful showroom in Osage Beach or visit dkbshowroom.com.
Somerset Boat Lifts makes it easy.
Boating season is upon us, and Somerset Boat Lifts wants to make sure you're ready. They offer a full range of Duratec boat lifts, the most durable and technologically advanced boat lifts on the market, all expertly installed and serviced by the team at Somerset. Check out their range of products at somersetboatlifts.com or call 573-348-5073. Let Somerset Boat Lifts help you make boating better.
Attention parents, State Fair Community College is your source for dual credit courses. Taking dual credit courses means your high school student can earn college credit at a significant discount. In fact, dual credit courses at State Fair Community College are free for students who qualify for free or reduced lunches. Get a jump on college, save big in tuition. Enroll your student in dual credit courses at State Fair Community College. Visit www.sfccmo.edu/dual credit or call 660-530-5833.
Yet here in Camdenton, your Royal Heating and Air weather forecast. Right now, let's go to our BG Tree Service Score Center. Sammy Stava's got our first update of the night. Some big games to monitor as always. Sammy, take it away.
Yes, thank you, Brendan. Week 8 of the Missouri high school football season is here, and tonight we have Glendale, who is Camdenton's next opponent in the regular season finale next week. They are hosting Kickapoo down in Springfield. Those are two 5-2 teams battling for third place spot in the Ozark Conference. Meanwhile, Class 5's number 1 team, Carthage, is hosting Class 6 Joplin in another big-time game tonight. And locally, Osage is looking to win their 5th in a row. They are at home tonight as they host Southern Boone. From the BG Tree Service Score Center, I'm Sammy Stava. Guys, back to you.
Sammy, thanks so much. We'll be keeping an update on those scores all night long. This is the Summit Natural Gas pregame show right now. Let's check in with the head coach, Jeff Shore. Summit Natural Gas pregame show continues. Brendan Matthews with the head coach, Jeff Shore, as we're getting close, folks. You can almost feel it. The Lebanon Yellow Jackets, Jeff, it's the Highway 5 rivalry. It's district ramifications, conference ramifications, maybe an undefeated regular season. Jeff, and you may disagree, and I know there have been some great matchups between these two programs, but because of where you guys are ranked, undefeated, all this stuff, this feels like one of, if not the biggest, Camdenton-Lebanon game of all time. Am I crazy, Jeff?
Oh, no, I think you're right on track. You know, I would say probably the other one would be the 2012 season. where we played a rematch for the district title.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
At their place. So,
Exactly.
that was big, in our eyes. But I think you're right on track. There's a ton riding on it, and just the way it all came together, the collision course, and 2 undefeated, and we're both, I think, there's ranked 3 in the state, and we're 4, and in the same district, all those kind of things. I agree with you. It's a big one. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And it's also, Jeff, it's a unique circumstance in that the winner is in a great spot, but this isn't the ultimate game. I mean, it's the biggest game right now. Yeah, in 4 or 5 weeks, when we think there's a rematch in the district championship game, that'll be the next biggest game in the history of this rivalry. But that's what's so interesting about tonight, is that there's so much on the line, but there's no finality involved tonight, though, Jeff.
Yeah, that does make it kind of interesting, and it makes it, I don't know, it throws a little different twist to it, like you said. It's kind of like I kind of look at it like a baseball analogy. You don't save your best pitcher till the end. You throw him now and then see what happens later. So, we're going to throw everything we got at it to try to win it, and then worry about the rest later. If we can both get there, then we'll see each other again. If not, then, it is what it is. So, but it is interesting. It does hold a little bit of an interesting aspect to the game tonight.
And I feel like, Jeff, it's this unique point in history where I feel like we're again at this apex where the Purple Tide 5 wide is just clicking on all cylinders. But I can say maybe the same thing about what Lebanon's Flexbone offense is doing. I don't think they punted last week down at West Plains in a wild affair between those two teams in southern Missouri. And it's a little different than, say, when you guys played Lebanon in 2019, where you guys were off the charts, but Lebanon, they had leveled off a little bit. I don't think they're as good as they are right now. So you've got two teams, in my mind, well deserving of their rankings in the top 5. And to go along with that, Jeff, two teams, you guys, great offenses, but do it in completely different ways.
Yeah, it's a complete, I would say, antithesis, I guess, of each other. But and just being real truthful, they're probably the best Lebanon team I've seen in my time here.
Yeah.
They offensively, they're a juggernaut. They're very good offensively. They have 4 guys that are as good as any high school back you'll see, and they use them all 4 in that Flexbone offense. So they're really hard to defend. They run it really well. They're, like you said, we're operating our offense, I feel like, at a high level, and I feel like they're operating theirs at a high level. So, it once again throws another interesting aspect to the game, and I feel like both will be the best team they played, and they're going to be the best team we played for sure. So it's going to be back and forth. Can we stop them? Can we get the ball in their hands? Can they stop us? Can we keep them from milking out 8 minutes of the clock and get one possession in the first quarter and 2 possessions in the half only? So there's a lot of back and forth, a lot of yin and yang in the game.
Well, and Jeff, when we talked at the start of the year, you kind of mapped out how many possessions, or I should say, how many snaps you thought you could get in a given game. And when you play a team like Lebanon, that number probably in your head, the expectations, that number goes down a little bit. Does that make getting, especially if it's like even, if there's no real decided advantage one way or the other at a certain point in a ball game, does that make coming away with points, be it 3 or 7 in a given possession, does that make it more important than a game where you figure you could get your normal amount of snaps in for the night?
Yeah, definitely. It condenses it big time. Like in the opposite of last week against Hillcrest, where I felt like that, hey, we're going to get plenty of possessions.
Right.
This thing's going to get wide open here. We're going to, before it's all said and done, we're going to put 60+ on the board if we want to, because we're going to get that many shots.
Yep.
It definitely just shrinks everything down big time. And for both teams, if we can jump out and, be fortunate and play well and get a lead, it does the same thing for them. They've got to do something maybe they don't want to do, which is hurry up and run and get it back faster. And they can't take those 8-minute drives. So, put us in the driver's seat. If it's the other way around, and we're down a couple of scores, and they're really, then now we're hurting a little bit, because like I said, the possessions are just going to be, no matter what, they're just going to be limited because of what they do on offense.
You said that this might be the best Lebanon team you've seen, Jeff. It's still, for the amount of time where they're pitching the ball, whether it's an option or what have you, the ball's out there. How important does it then become to disrupt their timing defensively, and then maybe have some chances where that ball touches the turf? I think they're also pretty good at recovering their own fumbles, but the minute that ball touches, the second it touches the turf, it opens the possibility for turnovers. So do you see that as an opportunity to maybe take the ball away a couple of times? Maybe that's the best avenue for you guys to stop their offense in a given defensive series.
Yeah, the absolute number one thing in this ball game is going to be how our defensive line plays.
Yeah.
Those guys will get all the credit if we win it, and we'll need to fix it if we don't. And all, you don't want to put undue pressure, but hey, it's all about how they play. If they stay low and do not let the line of scrimmage be dominated, even a stalemate or winning a little bit will get it done. And that really sets things up to do what you just talked about, which is make them go a little quicker than they want to, which hopefully causes them to put the ball on the ground a couple times and maybe come up with a couple. But the number one, if I can say one thing, number one thing is our defensive line. They're going to take on the challenge, and it's going to start with them. And if it doesn't get done there, it'll be a long night for us.
Jeff, how happy have you been with the preparation during practice over this weekend? As you mentioned to KB last week, you guys have been prepping for this flex bone for a while. So how happy have you been with those preparations each and every afternoon you guys get together for practice?
That's a great question. I'll be honest with you. Probably I feel the most prepared. Hopefully it shows, on Friday night, but I feel the most prepared for it than we've been, than we've ever been, probably. Our coach has done a great job. Coach Bruck, Coach McDuffie, Coach Walker, Coach Edson, our scout team offense. You guys have just done a great job. Coach Gordon getting ready. They spent an enormous amount of time watching film. We have a definite, I feel like a really great plan and several plans. We can come at it from different directions. Our kids have put in a ton of extra time. So I feel, we're as prepared as we can be. I don't think there could be any more practice time, any more preparation put in. Now we just got to go out and show it on Friday night.
Well, Jeff, I know, folks, we saw it debut a couple of weeks ago, but it's going to be awfully cool to see that new hog all lit up, those bright red eyes, as the Lakers come running through for this ball game tonight against Lebanon.
Yeah, hey, I'm glad you asked. I'll tell you what, that's been a neat thing that we've done, since I think we initiated about 2011 or 12. Got that going, and what I love about it is it just adds that excitement. If you're a little kid there at the game, you want to see that. And it's a great honor to Pappy, Pappy Perch, who was our longtime line coach, and the Pappy's Hogs, who that's our defensive, offensive line. They're both sides of the line there. Kind of an honor and tribute to those guys that are in the trenches doing the dirty work. And it's neat how it came about. Our old hog was she was hurting a little bit, she was getting old, and so we definitely needed something. She was hanging in there, and I just literally I personally went to several businesses and just said, hey, we need this. We'll put your name on the side, and man, you cannot believe you cannot believe the response there. And I'm going to take just a couple minutes to talk about that.
Yeah.
It's such neat to see that community support, Started with Shore to Shore Realty there, Stacy Shore. I kind of had the inside track on that, but she was ready to pitch in right off the bat. So she was my first donor, and I really appreciate that. And then class of 2022, last year's seniors had some money left over in their football account that the parents would help raise and stuff, and they wanted to donate to it, so that was neat. Beckett Motors over there, John Beckett, I think I bought 17 cars from. So he's made some good money on me. And John's a former player here. He was quick on the trigger, you know. Butcher Shop over there, Chris Stevens, man. I mean, those guys support so many things. And he's quick. And Sherry Stevens, his wife, who also sells real estate. Sherry Stevens Real Estate. So they kind of double dipped on that. You know, they donate twice. And Sonic down here, I think they'll make back their donation pretty quick. I think our players go there every night. So our players support them a lot, I'd say. Jack Sporting Goods, been great to work with, you know, through the years. They're my favorite place to go over there. And they were, I mean, right on the trigger on that. They've been such great supporters of the school. Allie Holman Howe Funeral Home. You know, Brett Edson's our coach, and he runs the funeral home there. And Brett coaches for free. He didn't get paid a dime, and has done a great job. And not only that, he helps with the Holman Howe. They donate. They bought our coaching equipment for the last 5 years up until this year, and they're there for always, you know, for some team meals. They've sponsored many team meals, so they were great. Matt Ford, the interesting story, Matt Ford team, their real estate. We had to get it here. It was done on a Wednesday, and we had the homecoming on Friday, right? So he had a plane lined up. We were going to fly and get it and bring it back. Decided it was too heavy and found another way to get it home. So he helped get it back here in time for that homecoming game. And so that was kind of neat. Sheila Chevrolet over there, Jason and Ryan, you know. Jason is a heck of a quarterback here.
Yep.
Played set several Camden records here. Had a great career here. Took the team to the semifinals. And, of course, got Hayes playing, you know. Ryan's boy, Hayes had a great year and it just really, really shined this year. And then got Smoking Jones Barbecue over there. I mean, what better fit than a Big Pappy's Hog, you know, barbecue there. So that was great. Mike Jones. And then Marcus Sikora, who's at the insurance company. Marcus, his own money donated in, bam, right off the bat. And he's also been instrumental in our Booster Club stuff, too. So anyway, good quick shout-out to them. Thanks for letting me do that. All those people. It was just so neat to see them do that and so willingly, and saying it's a neat deal for our program.
And it just underscores what kind of community support there is for this program, Jeff, and how special a night like tonight is going to be. And before we say goodbye and kick this thing off in a few minutes, you mentioned the defensive line, but some final thoughts on what has to happen for the Lakers to walk away with the Highway 5 trophy and an 8-0 record.
Yeah, I think we've got to make sure and get some stops. We've got to get stops, and the quicker the better, you know, without a lot of clock running off. And then I think the second critical thing is hopefully we can, you know, get the ball moving on offense, pick up some first downs, and get a little time possession ourselves. If we get a shot to get it in the end zone, you know, get down there close, we need to score points. You know, even if it's field goal or touchdown, we need to come away with points to really help it along. Because like you said, the game's going to be condensed, and points are going to be critical. So I think those two things, you know, defensive line and getting the ball in our hands a little bit, and when we do something with it, when we get down there close, then we've got to go ahead and finish.
Camdenton Laker football.
Picked up by Cooper Everett in the end zone. Touchdown! 15 to the 10 to the 5. It's a touchdown for the Lakers. Middle has a man, and Doctor will make the catch. He got a 10-5 touchdown. 3 seconds on the clock. His third touchdown of the half.
Polylift Lakers football on 93.5 Rocks is sponsored in part by Summit Natural Gas, BG Tree Service, Design and Print Company, Econolift, Ellerman Roofing, a division of Conscorp, GFL Environmental, Heritage Bank of the Ozarks, High Brothers Lumber and Home Center, HMI Fireplace, Kenny Carroll Excavating, Lake Ozark Water and Sewer, Lensmart Optical, New Spring Wellness Center, Oak Star Bank, the Trophy Room at Old Kinderhook, Pacific Pools, Polylift, Quiet Side Quick Shop, Royal Heating and Air, Slumberland Furniture, State Fair Community College, Stover Carpet and Drapery, Somerset Boatlifts, The Butcher Shop, The Motor Hut, The Smith Law Firm, Purcell Tire, Mid-City Lumber, Top Deck, and Wadley Boots. Now, let's head up to the Kenny Carroll Excavating broadcast booth with the official voices of the Camdenton Lakers, Brendan Matthews, Luke Hagedorn, and Kevin Burns. The Lakers.
It is the one everyone's been waiting for. Lakers, Yellow Jackets, number 3 versus number 4 in Class 5, 7-0 against 7-0. So great to have you here, Brendan Matthews, Luke Hagedorn, KB, Sammy Stava, Mike Anthony, and a host of thousands helping us to bring you this classic tonight. Before we go any further, down to the sidelines we go. His updates brought to you by Lensmart Optical and HMI Fireplace Shop. KB.
I'll tell you what, the guys down here on the sidelines are pacing. They're serious. They want this win. They want this victory bad. We've got all kinds of just a lot of serious football players down here tonight, guys. And I got to say, it's great to see these guys fired up, focused, and ready to go out and get a win for this Camdenton Lakers team. I don't think weather's going to be a factor. That wind might kick up a little bit, could pose a problem maybe for an extra point or a field goal. But I think we are in for possibly, Brendan, you said it earlier, one of the best games that we have ever had the opportunity to see or call right here at Bob Shore Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you may be, whatever you are doing, stop. Focus your good karma and vibes on this Laker team. And gentlemen, let's go! Lakers!
He did it. KB on the sideline. Luke, some final thoughts.
It's going to be line of scrimmage football when the Lakers are on defense, but Lebanon won the toss, declined to the second half, and the Lakers will take over on offense. Purple Tide 5 wide here. Let's see what kind of kicking game Lebanon brings forward tonight.
Camdenton in their home purple jerseys, white pants, purple helmets, white numbers. A short kick fielded at their own 18-yard line on that Somerset boatlift kickoff. It's Hayes Hewlett who bounces to the outside and brings it all the way close to midfield, where the Lakers will begin 1st and 10. And let's call that a trophy room at Old Kinderhook Big Run.
Yeah, gets in behind a block by Blake Ford, and automatically this crowd, one special teams play, they are fired up. The tension in the JOD tonight is palpable.
It is legit. And folks, the Lakers will begin with the football, and it's great tonight to have a healthy team and a team that's looking to improve to 8-0 on the year. So glad to have you on board. Cam Durnan begins in motion. He's going to get it on a jet sweep, trying to turn the corner. He does. He's forced out of bounds close to the 45-yard line, and just like that, the Lakers are on the plus side of the field, Luke.
Yeah, first thing you got to answer, how will Lebanon choose to defend the Lakers? On the first play from scrimmage, they had 3 down linemen. They didn't send any extra help. That means the Lakers will have a numbers advantage if they want to run the football.
They're going to have it 2nd down and 4 at the Lebanon 45-yard line. Again, motion, fake it to Ford. They're short, straight up the middle for a big gain. He's tripped up inside the 35. It's a butcher shop, 1st down inside the Lebanon 35.
Yeah, Lebanon with 7 guys, with 3 guys at the line of scrimmage. The rest of the team back in coverage. Huge holes will be there if the Hoggies do their jobs.
3 receivers right, 2 to the left, and a little bit of motion as Jabari jumped, but was he induced by that Lebanon defense? I'm going to wait for a call here. Our first top deck penalty. It looks like it's going to go against Camdenton.
That flag was a little slow coming out, though.
Yeah, it was. So the Lakers will now play behind the chains, 1st and 15.
And not ideal, obviously, but the Lakers' offense is built to handle situations like this.
A couple nice runs to start this ball game on 1st and 15 from the Lebanon 38. Durnan in motion. He gets it. He wants to throw, and he trips up on the turf. And around the 41-yard line, he was absolutely looking downfield. Might have had his eyes on Hayes Hewlett.
That's the kind of play you can run when you have an athlete like Durnan as the receiver. He's so versatile, obviously able to throw the football there. Turf Monster grabbed him a little bit on that one. But I was about to say, there's a play-action look off of this action at some point.
2nd and 17 as Durnan loses a couple more yards from the Lebanon 40. Edson in motion here to the left side. Lakers moving right to left. There, looks left. There's the tunnel screen to Durnan. He's got some room. Tripped up inside the 35. Lakers get that penalty yardage and lost yardage back. This is going to set them up around 3rd down and 10 from the Lebanon 33.
They motion Edson down here to the near side, makes it a 4-by-1 look. You're looking for a numbers advantage, adding to the blockers out there.
Right back to the line on 3rd and 10 from the 33. Left hash. Bear again setting up a tunnel screen for Durnan. He's got room to the 25. Cam to the 20 where he's tripped up. He's got enough for another butcher shop first down. The Lakers will operate inside the Pacific Pools red zone.
Jeff likes what he sees in that tunnel here early. Something they scouted out, felt like would work well against the way Lebanon choose to defend them. Haven't seen too much of it this year, but I feel like Jeff's pulling out all the stops.
A lot of room to operate, and Bear Shore right up the middle. He's got room. And then taking tacklers with him as his linemen drag him inside the 10. It's going to set up first down and goal to go for the Lakers inside the Pacific Pools red zone.
Yeah, it looks like Gunnar Morris. Was that Gunnar? Grabs him, brings his fellow senior.
It was Gunnar, yeah.
And added 2, 3, 4, 5 more yards onto the end of that play.
We're holding up cards tonight, gentlemen. If you can see where I'm at, the player right in front of me.
Gunnar and Norton, of course, operating the left side of that offensive line. Jackson Scott, the center, snaps it to Cam Durnan, who takes the direct snap out of the shotgun. Now sets up inside the 5. Second down, goal to go.
Scott coming out of the ball game.
Logan, we mentioned his name, and he slams his helmet down. And it looks to be holding his left wrist. And, yeah, Wheat, who played center a few weeks ago, filling in for Scott, did a fine job. But we always talk about the rhythm between your center and quarterback and how vital it is to this offense. Second down and goal from the 4, left hash. No score, first possession of the ballgame. Edson in motion to the left. Bear wants to run left, following his blocker, lowers his shoulder, runs into a tackler, stopped short of the line. In on the stop was Drew Bowling.
And you think quarterback, and you think these fragile, small, thin guys, but Bear Shore put his shoulder down and absolutely delivered the blow there. He didn't get in the end zone, but he certainly sent a message to that Lebanon defender.
No question. Bear letting his presence be known on 3rd and goal from the 1. Javari in motion. Fake to Javari. Bear's going to roll in for the score. This Laker crowd to their feet. It's 6-0 Camdenton.
And boom go the fireworks at Jaws of Death Stadium. Bear Shore gets in behind his fellow senior, Norton, and follows him to pay dirt. Lakers take an early lead here, 6-0.
Pretty impressive opening drive, fellas.
I think the Lakers had anything they wanted on that drive.
You said it. There was green space everywhere. Very little resistance from that Lebanon defense. Just one series. Long, long way to go. Cam Durnan on for the PAT.
Bear's hobbling just a little bit. Or actually, I think he's, his dad's taking a shoelace out of his shoe and putting it in his son's shoe. That's exactly what he's doing.
Cam, PAT good. Your Smith Law Firm score. Camdenton 7, Lebanon nothing. It's Camdenton Laker football powered by Poly the Boat Lifts. 93.5 Rocks the Lake and KRMS TV.
Family friendly, affordable, and open to the public. Just 3 ways to describe the Trophy Room at Old Kinderhook. The Trophy Room has been serving families affordable and delicious meals for years, and everyone is welcome. And they've got something for everyone in your family too, with prime rib specials on Friday and Saturday nights, and a great kids menu for your little ones. Book your reservation at opentable.com or call the Trophy Room at 573-317-3560.
Wheatley Purple, to you, it's Laker football on 93.5 Rocks.
A Somerset Boulder kickoff coming up here. Lakers march right down the field after a great return by Hayes Hewlett. Set the Lakers up midfield. And Luke, you said it. They had just about anything they wanted on that drive.
Dialing up all different levels against this Lebanon defense. They're going with the run game, the screen game, the play action game. Still more left in the toolbox there, but they went pretty deep on that first drive and everything seemed to work.
Cam Durnan, a line drive kick over the head of the returner, and it's going to just trickle out of bounds at the 1, which will put Lebanon at their own 35-yard line. Caleb Nail did a nice job after it went over his head to let the ball roll. That was, I don't know if it was intended to let it go over his head, but it worked out for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, he was, as that creeped through the end zone there, that's a difference of, 15 yards there. Had that gone out, in the end zone, they started.
I don't think the Lebanon player expected it to bounce over his head. And then after it did, the Lakers pursued, but certainly the Lebanon player with a little heads up there to let it go out of bounds.
KB, it looks like they're still working on Bear's shoe down there.
Yes, they are.
Keep an eye on it.
I'm watching it closely.
So here is that flex bone, wing back to each side. A very elaborate offense, and it's a pitch to the right. The very first play of the ball game. That's going to be Bartell out across the 45-yard line. A gain of 11 yards and 11 in first down.
Yeah, this Lebanon offense is built on the fullback dive. There they fake it. The Lakers kind of commit to it. They pull it out and go to the triple option look. And the junior quarterback able to make a good decision there and pitching it to his pitch back, picking up the first down.
Excuse me, that was Jax Glendenning. Glendenning, one of the wing backs. Nate Bartell, the other. Cade Musha, the big fullback, is averaging about 10 yards a pop. This guy is incredible. He's the fullback right behind the Lebanon quarterback, and the QB this time is going to keep it. He's going to get bottled up after a short 2-yard gain. Multiple Lakers swarming around him, including Javari Stewart after a gain of 1, maybe 2.
Yeah, you mentioned Musha. He comes into tonight's game with 128 carries, over 1,000 yards on the season. And like you said, 8.7 yards per carry for a fullback, for a guy that, like I said, for a bell cow back like that. Now, he has a big old long 70-yarder or 79-yarder that kind of helps that average, but
they all average a bunch. Gavin Smith is the quarterback on 2nd and 8. They give it to Musha. He's got nothing. Nothing as the line collapses around him. Couple Lakers in there on the stop, including Jeshua Balderas, Jacoby Coleman.
Yeah, Musha's 6'2", 205, and he's just kind of a load. He gets to the line of scrimmage in such a hurry, out of his stance with the football, that you have to commit. And then when they go with one of those misdirections or the option looks or the sweep looks, that's when you can get burnt.
3rd down and 7 for Lebanon.
Flag.
We got flags all over the place. Top deck penalty flags. Top deck holding the 50-year deck.
Tommy Mackley got a shot on the quarterback there.
He did.
Fun talking to Tommy in the pregame show, Summit Natural Gas pregame show. And remember, he was dinged up in the in the win down at West Plains. It was maybe a lost night for Tommy, but he made a big sack in that game, Luke, that really kind of turned the tide in that ball game. He didn't play the 3rd and 4th quarter, but his presence was definitely felt.
Yeah, and he talked about in that interview how he's looking forward to tonight in that first hit. Well, I don't know if that was his first hit of the night, but that's certainly the first hit he delivered to the Lebanon side.
3rd down and 12 now for Lebanon at their own 44-yard line. Smith wants to throw. Flushed out to the right, feels some pressure from DeMott. Rolls now back to his left, wants to tuck it and run, looking for the marker. He's got it, and then some, all the way down the boundary. He's finally swung down close to the 20. Something that looked like maybe a sack turns into a 25-plus yard run for the Yellow Jackets. They've got it 1st and 10, deep inside Camdenton territory.
Yeah, the 5'9", 165 junior pulled one out of his hat there. Looked like he was dead to rights. It was going to be a big play for the Laker defense. Instead, gets it downfield inside Laker territory, and all of a sudden, Lebanon.
As he came back around, he had all his linemen in front of him to help him out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're right back on track, right back on schedule where they want to be.
1st and 10 now from the Camdenton 20. Hand off to Musha. He's got a big hole right up the middle, tripped up inside the 10. Not before he picks up another 11 in first down and goal. Wiley Powers with the touchdown-saving tackle.
Yeah, now this is kind of in the corner of the end zone where Lebanon has most of their fan support and things like that.
1st and goal from the 5. Hand off Musha, left, cut it back right. He's into the goal for a touchdown. Just like that, facing 3rd and 12, Lebanon gets out of it, and just a couple plays later, they're in the end zone for 6, and a PA from tying this game at 6:02.
And just like that, they answered. And all of a sudden, the pressure right back on the Lakers. The Lakers scored early and just kind of in a hurry. Lebanon, both teams faced a little bit of adversity in their drives, kind of got behind the chains a little bit. Both teams responded.
Rhett Rhodes, the kicker, puts it through. 7-7, your Smith Law Firm scores. 6:02 to go in the first. It's Camdenton Laker football, powered by Polylift Boat Lifts. 93.5 rocks the lake and KRMS TV.
A veteran-owned company, A&M Outdoor Sales offers a large selection of high-quality, durable skid steer attachments at an affordable price. From pallet forks to forestry mulchers, they have the attachment you need to get your job done quickly and efficiently.
Hi, I'm Andrew with A&M Outdoor Sales. My goal is to offer you the highest quality and most affordable attachments. Check out our website, amoutdoorsales.com. Proudly selling American-made skid steer attachments, because that's what I am, American-made.
It's Laker football on 93.5 Rocks.
Brendan Matthews, Luke Hagedorn inside your Kenny Carroll Excavating broadcast booth. KB on the sideline, brought to you by Lensmart Optical. KB.
Hey, just in case you guys haven't mentioned it, I'm sure you have, Lakers softball ladies, they just won the district championship, so congratulations, ladies.
And it's well worth saying again, KB. They get it done down there in Springfield on the Somerset Boatlift kickoff. Another nice return by Hayes Hewlett as he brings it out across the 30-yard line. In on the stop there was Griffin Jones for the Yellow Jackets. 1st and 10, Camdenton. We're all tied at 7 here, folks. Bob Shore Stadium, home of the Lakers. 1st and 10 coming up here for Camdenton.
Yeah, you got two drives, both scoring drives, but they were different. Obviously different styles of offense. But Lakers had a couple little bit of hiccups in their drive, but really Camdenton basically stopped Lebanon all but for one play, and then once they got that one play, they were unable to continue once they got in the red zone. But it was kind of like the dam broke, and then they kind of fell out. But Camdenton, see if they can put together another drive. Doesn't mean that that's the way the future drives will go, but it's something to notice.
3 down linemen for Lebanon on 1st and 10. Here's a double reverse back to Cam Durnan. He wants to throw, rolling to his right, looking downfield, breaks a tackle, now wants to tuck and run down the right sideline, forced out near the 45. He's going to get a first down out of that, or at least close to it.
That's right at the sticks there. He sure did want to throw that football because at the very beginning, it was wide open for him to run it, but he's kept his eyes downfield, felt like he wanted to go for the big play, and the next thing you know, 2nd and short here. Lakers,
broken play works for the Lakers.
I was just going to say, a broken play that gets you 9, KB, not too bad. A trophy room at Old Kinderhook, big run for Cam Durnan. And Bear's going to take it right up the middle on a QB draw, but he's cut down in the backfield this time. Lebanon ready for it. Was he close to still get there? Yeah. Out there for the Yellow Jackets was Jax Glendenning, but it is enough for a butcher shop first down.
Again, Lebanon with just 3 down linemen, no other linebacker. You get your middle linebacker there. He's playing about 5 yards off the ball. You got 2 of them back there, but you still have the numbers advantage here. I think we're going to see a lot more of the running game out of the Lakers tonight.
1st and 10 from their own 44. Edson in motion here to the left. 4 receivers left. That's where Bear wants to throw. Another tunnel for Cam Durnan. He's got a little space as he's spun down across the 50. Good for a 6, maybe 7-yard gain. And just like that, the Lakers on the plus side of the field.
Yeah, and you like that positive play on first down because it allows you to set up your offense, get right back to the line of scrimmage, get your call in from the sidelines, and keep Lebanon on their heels.
5 minutes. New Spring Wellness Center time check in this first quarter. 7-7 the score. Lakers on their second possession. Bear Shore scored on a 1-yard touchdown run on their first possession. Cam Durnan in motion to the right. Bear fakes it to the right, looks downfield, throws down the numbers, and he's got a man. It's Reese Waters who makes the catch inside the 25. He's knocked out at around the 23. And then it's an Oak Star Bank play to bank on 1st and 10 Lakers.
Lebanon really playing a backed-off zone look there, which means, a lot of guys in coverage, but it also means there's going to be some openings. Reese Waters finds an opening. Several people in the stands here are pointing down here, but now you got Cam Durnan back at the trigger man.
An Oak Star Bank play to bank on. Visit oakstarbank.com. Butcher shop first down. 1st and 10 from the 22. Low snap for Cam Durnan, who rolls out to his right. Cam gets popped inside the 20. Still picks up 3, maybe 4 yards inside the Pacific Pools red zone.
Yeah, he's run all the way there. He's just trying to get to the edge, try to use his speed, get behind a couple blockers. He's so nifty in traffic. He's able to kind of weave his way in and out. But once they kind of make contact with him, he's not one of those punishing runners that's tough to bring down.
Cam again takes the snap, straight up the middle, tripped up inside the 20, got a yard maybe. I'm going to give him a couple. Good spot here for the Lakers around the 17. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, it's such a unique advantage for the Lakers to be able to seamlessly transition between two different quarterbacks who are two different styles of runners.
Bear back in close to the right hash on 3rd down and 4 inside the Pacific Pools red zone. Bear, little pump fake, has time. Now just wants to tuck it and run. To the right, to the 10, to the 5. Bear running over tacklers. Bear to the goal line. Touchdown, Lakers! 3:35 to go in the first.
And Bear Shore would not be denied as boom go the fireworks in Jaws of Death Stadium. Lakers snatch back the lead in the Highway 5 Trophy rivalry game.
How about it?
What a play by 5.
That was a thing of beauty.
Awesome. You think that kid wants to win? Camdenton on for the PAT.
I think that's all they talk about at the dinner table.
Line drive kick is good. Your Smith Law Firm scored. Camdenton 14, 11-7. I got to take it easy. We got 3 more quarters to go. It's Camdenton Laker football, powered by Polly the Boat Lifts on 93.5 Rocks the Lake and KRMS TV.
Staying healthy is important.
The convenience of it is what makes it awesome. Use the boat twice as much.
I've had these touchless covers for about 3 years now. I have them on all 3 boats here on the dock.
We don't have to constantly clean spiders off of our boats.
I'm able to come out by myself, raise them up, put them back down. They've made all the difference for me.
At NewSpringWellnessCenter.com.
It's the original home for Laker football, 93.5 Rocks.
Somerset Boatlift kickoff coming up here. Lakers on top, 14-7. Bear Shore. A touchdown run. His second scamper of the night. Here's a Camdenton kick into the end zone for a touchback. 2 Purcell Tire Laker drives turn into 2 touchdowns for the Camdenton Lakers. Purcell Tire, name brands like Goodyear, Kelly, Dunlop, Michelin, and more. Osage Beach Parkway and KK. Purcell Tire will take care of you from the tires up.
Purple A's defense out there on the field now, going up against this Flexbone offense. It's a chance to protect their 14-7 lead here with 3 minutes 35 seconds left in the quarter.
Glendenning motions right, and now back left at his wing-back position. Now in motion again. Take it to Musha, and Smith with a run out to the left across the 30-yard line, tripped up by Wiley Powers. Stop as well, and it's going to be 11 in first down.
They use those early motions, those hard counts, to kind of determine how you're going to be playing it. And also, they try to get you to jump off sides. That's obviously they would like that, but they're trying to identify how you're going to defend it and where they have the numerical advantage, where a blitz may be coming from. Lakers need to disguise those blitzes pre-snap and execute them post-snap.
Lakers stacking that box against this Lebanon Flexbone offense, and here's a pitch out to the right. Glendenning gets tackled from behind, but not before he picks up 12 yards and another Lebanon first down as they're picking them up in chunks right now. 1st and 10, Lebanon at their own 46.
Lebanon's going to get their yardage out of this running game from time to time. We just got to contain and force them to continue to play perfect. There's a lot of ball handling that happens in the backfield, a lot of misdirection, a lot of this, a lot of that. The more opportunities, more times you force them to do that, to do the more exotic looks, the more chance they could put the ball on the turf and you can pick up a fumble.
Lakers with 8 in the box on a pitch left. This one to Bartell. Breaks the tackle, but tripped up just across the 50. That was Wiley Powers that got there, and golly, has it been good to have Wiley on defense this year in the defensive backfield. Had a touchdown-saving tackle. Eventually, Lebanon scored a few moments ago, but Wiley counted on to make some stops on that back end of the defense, Luke.
Yeah, trying to get to the outside on that one, really force the edge. I think that's kind of your play. Obviously they picked up yardage here, but I think you're playing into your strength if you're just trying to outspeed the Lakers, because the Lakers are chock full of speed.
Handoff Musha up the middle, and the Lakers do a great job of shutting it down. Coleman there, and Jaden Parkman there. We've got a flag here at the 47-yard line, a top deck penalty. Might be against Lebanon.
Yeah, Jeff Shore is signaling that it is. Illegal shift. A lot of moving parts again on this offense. So, that's the kind of thing that can happen. With all the moving parts, you think, it's a running game. All they do is run the ball. It's boring. It's not that complicated. This is a very intricate, complicated offense with a lot of moving parts, a lot of different ways they can attack you. Pitts talked about in the pregame about the versatility of this game, because not only do you have, all your complementary receivers, but you have 3 different people that can run the ball at any given time. Perhaps 4 if you count the quarterback.
They're still trying to walk off this penalty here.
Hey, guys, real quick, I want to say hi to Heather Link and Kurt Kemp. Both went to Camdenton. Kurt still holds the Lakers football record for most interceptions in a season and most interceptions in a career.
Wow. Appreciate those folks listening tonight, KB. 2nd down and 9 for Lebanon after they walk off that top deck penalty. Yusha up the middle again, gets back to where he was a moment ago. Jefferson on the stop. It's going to set up 3rd down and 3 for Lebanon at the Camdenton 47-yard line. 2:20 to go in the first. Lakers up 14-7 as we near one of KB's favorite parts of the night, the Mid-City Lumber 2-minute warning.
On those inside runs like that, you don't mind giving up 2 or 3 yards, but when you start giving up 4 or 5, 6 yards, that's when they can start to just tack away at you.
And Smith wants to throw deep down the right, numbers into single coverage, broken up by Mellencamp, incomplete. Mark that down as maybe a Lake Ozark water and sewer play of the game. That could be crucial on 3rd down. Sets up 4th and 3 for Lebanon.
Yeah, Coleman and McEllier putting the slick on the quarterback, and Mellencamp with a perfect defensive play up there. He timed it right, sticks his arm in there, and brings up 4th down here for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. Big play in this game with 1 minute, 53 seconds left in the quarter.
Lakers up 14-7 on 4th and 3. Lebanon goes
try to
for it.
throw him off here.
At least lining up to go for it from the Camdenton 47-yard line. Between the hashes, moving left to right. Gavin Smith tosses left. Bartell cut it back right, lowers his shoulder inside the 40-yard line. I'm going to mark him shy of that, but he's got enough for 11 and 1st down. Mark him at the Camdenton 41. A minute 47 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, went to the outside again on the Lakers there again. Bartels is a talented running back. He gets behind his offensive line there, and it's just a traditional sweep play where you just try to get as many bodies over to that side, and they had more bodies than the Lakers did. Now they're in business, 1st and 10.
1st and 10, Lebanon. Smith, a little jab step. Now wants to throw. Feels some pressure as he rolls to his left. Now tucks it and runs. Down the numbers. Cut it back right, then left. He's finally going to get bottled up and forced out of bounds inside the 20, but we've got a flag way back here as KB said at the 46-yard line. That would be in the neighborhood of holding, and Lebanon's backing up.
Yeah, a lot going on back there. And he's just kind of running for his life back there. And he's got some skill. He's got some speed to get out of there, Smith. Again, 5'9", 165, junior quarterback. Didn't know what he was going to bring to the table tonight. But his offensive lineman got a little handsy on that one.
And here's something key, guys. A few of Lebanon's big plays so far, it's taken these plays a while to develop. And they've executed a few of them. But at some point, you have to know, plays like that, there's a strong likelihood of a hold. And maybe the officials don't see it right away, but they spot one there. Let's see if that doesn't start to become a bit of a theme here. It's a top deck penalty. That's going to put Lebanon all the way back at their own 45-yard line. It's going to set up 1st down and 20. First down and 23.
There was actually 2 holes by Lebanon on that play, so I'm glad they saw one of them.
Wing back to each side out of that flex cone offense in 1st and 23. Fake it to Musha, pitch it left to Bartell. He's got a lot of room down the left numbers. The ball came out. Lakers have it. Tommy McEllier comes away with the football.
Big number 9 coming up huge on the biggest game of the year, on his senior year, in front of the biggest crowd at JOD in a long time. Lakers have an opportunity to really start to take this game over in the first half.
This place is going to get fired up in a hurry. An Oakstar bank play to bank on, and a quiet side quick shot change of possession. Back to the Lakers. 1 minute, 8 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Camdenton already up by a touchdown.
All right, I know you're excited here. You really want to answer back, put some points on the board. Let's kind of take a breath here. Just do what's been working so far here for the Lakers.
And we're going to get a Slumberland Furniture timeout. Everybody can take a break. We'll take one as well. It's Camdenton Laker football up 14-7, powered by Polylift Boat Lifts. 93.5 Rocks the Lake and KRMS TV.
Purchasing a boat is a pretty big investment, and when you purchase a Rough Water dock, you're protecting that investment for years to come. Rough Water Dock has been your trusted dock builder at the lake for over 30 years, specializing in custom docks that are built to withstand the rough waters of the Lake of the Ozarks. Rough Water is a full-service dock builder offering commercial construction, dock additions, swim docks. They're Amarin certified and fully insured. Rough Water Dock, the peace of mind you want and the protection you need.
Quiet side quick shop. Laker updates.
It's the original home for Laker football. 93.5 Rocks.
Lakers have it first down and 10. And there's another reverse. This one to Camdenton, running left, taken down at midfield, but on a gain that doesn't appear that big, guys. It's still 5 yards. There's just so much room the Laker offense has to work with right now.
Yeah, I really feel like they got Lebanon guessing right now. They don't know where the ball is going to go at any given time. And really, one element that we haven't seen tonight is that downfield passing game.
Yep. Bears threatened it a couple of times.
Well, they got 3 safeties back a lot of the time, so.
Cam again in motion. Bear keeps it. Nice stiff arm as he runs down the sideline, forced out near the marker. Will depend on the spot for another butcher shot first down.
Yeah, he stuck his hand out and stuck that Lebanon defender in the dirt.
And everybody, all the players on the Lakers sidelines let him know it. A couple of Lakers being looked at. Jackson Scott, number 52, looks like he's out for the evening.
That's a tough one.
It certainly is.
But the offense tries to move on without him. Again, Wheat has filled in admirably at that center position. Bear, QB draw right up the middle, and they give him a little room, but a flag flies in as the line tried to muscle the right side of that Lebanon defensive line, but a hold. Pull back, Camdenton up 10 yards.
That's a tough break there. But like I said, Lebanon, they're showing a look with 3 deep safeties there. So that means, they're really concentrated on taking away the deep pass from the Lakers. And thus far, the Lakers have exploited that with screens, quarterback draws, a couple sweeps and reverses and things like that. Kind of really punishing Lebanon, because when you have that third safety back there, that just means one less guy near the line of scrimmage if they're running that football.
27 seconds to go in this first quarter. Lakers up 14-7 with the football, but now way behind the chains on first down and 20 from their own 45. There's a tunnel screen. Camdenton brings it in, and he is upended just beyond that line of scrimmage. And a nice heads-up play there by Lebanon. That was Nate Bartell on the stop with 10 seconds to go. That might have been the final play of this first quarter. And looks like it will be. We'll step aside. Second quarter on the way. Oh, they almost snapped it. That's going to take us to the second quarter. It's in the books. Lakers up 14-7. It's Camdenton Laker football, powered by Poly the Boat Lifts. 93.5 Rocks the Lake and KRMS TV.
When you need a new dock, repair, or relocation, call the Dam Dock Company, of course. The Dam Dock Company specializes in floating devices and can design, build, repair, and even move any dock from any lake or river. They have the storage space for the required 2 weeks of quarantine when moving a dock from one body of water to another. The Dam Dock Company has a team of experienced welders, builders, and electricians that can build, modify, or repair any dock you can imagine. Go to damdockcompany.com. We bleed purple. Do you? It's Laker football on 93.5 Rocks.
Sammy Stava's got some updates for us inside the BG Tree Service Score Center. Sammy, take it away.
Yes, thank you, Brendan. Kickapoo just scored a touchdown to take a 7-2 lead over Glendale early in the second quarter. In Class 5's number 1 team, Carthage, they have a 14-7 lead over Joplin in the second quarter. From the BG Tree Service Score Center, I'm Sammy Stava. Back to Brendan Luke.
Thank you, Sammy. And we'll keep an eye on that battle of Springfield down there between Kickapoo and Glendale. Camdenton now moving left to right.
A 4-by-1 look here.
4 receivers to the right. Bear feels some blindside pressure, rolls to his right, looks down the boundary, and he finds Reese Waters. Complete!
What a catch by Waters. Not the tallest guy in the field, but he extends every bit of his 5'11" frame, keeps a foot in the bounds, and picks up a first down for the Lakers.
That play, fellas. And it's enough for a butcher shop first down. Laker offense on this Purcell Tire drive. Now inside 11 and 35 on 1st and 10. 3 receivers left. Give it to Hayes Hewlett off the edge, and Hayes is going to get brought down on the edge. Did well to get back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Hayes, one of the speedier guys on the field down there, not one of the bigger guys. Sometimes he gets lost in traffic, and that's how he makes his yardage after the catch. But
to see that hurry-up offense that the Lakers were doing earlier, that seemed to be something that worked to their advantage.
Yeah, it gives defenses fits, KB, as we've seen. And Bear on 2nd and 10 puts the ball on the carpet. Are they going to call it a pass or a fumble?
Incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass. Wow, close. Close call there, fellas.
He did have Reese Waters in the vicinity. Lebanon's not going to like that.
No, they're not.
But Reese was in the, the argument could be made that he was in the grass. That play should have been blown dead. But with no whistle blown,
now here's where it becomes interesting. They could have thrown a flag for intentional grounding. I just saw it on the replay. That was a pass.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but Reese was in the area, though.
Close. It's close.
It landed at his feet.
3rd down and 10. For the Laker offense inside the 35. 2 receivers left, 3 right. Bear looks alongside, now throws deep, down the seam, and it's incomplete. Looking for Durnan. He had him. Whoa.
Yeah, Lebanon drew up a little bit more pressure on that one. Had 4 guys rushing, didn't quite have the 3 deep safety look there, and the Lakers tried to punish him for it. Man, Durnan had a step on the defender.
Sure did. That was a touchdown. You just had to find him.
Yeah, you dropped that in the bucket. That's 6.
So it's 4th down, and we wondered about this. 4th downs, this is not really in Cam Durnan's range, so it is go zone on 4th and 10. From the 34, Javari in motion. Fake it to him. Bear's got all the time in the world. Rolls to his right. Now wants to tuck it and run to the 30, 25, first down and more, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! And there's a flag at the end. As it stands, it's a touchdown. We'll see about the penalty. It came as he was crossing the goal line.
Yeah, he was getting a good block there, and I thought, okay, this is all right. And then that flag comes in late. It's way down the field there. You got to think worst case scenario, the Lakers are at least going to have a first down, right?
Right. Yep.
My goodness.
Here's the scenario, guys. You got Bob Shore, you got Bo Shore, you got Jeff Shore, you got Stacy Shore, and then there's Bear just trying to eat his meal. You realize this is 11 game coming up, don't you, son?
What a run by Bear. The touchdown.
Yeah, the patience he showed, patience. When he saw an opening, he put it into gear. I don't think we've seen this year.
Remember Robert.
Cam Durnan comes in to run the play. It's 1st and 10. It's a butcher shop first down. Touchdown erased on the hold down there at the goal line. They threw it out as he was crossing the goal line, folks.
But yeah, you're still off the hook on 4th down.
No question. Pacific Pools red zone. That's where the Lakers are. From the 15, Cam Durnan takes the snap. Cam rolls to his right. Cam's got some space. He's tripped up inside the 10. Short of the line of game, but he's going to pick up 7 or 8. That's a trophy room at Old Kinderhook. Big run for Camdenton.
Got a Lebanon defender coming off the field with a little bit of hop in his footwork there. Gunnar Williams, a junior defensive lineman.
Lakers on this Purcell Tire drive. 2nd and 3. Cam takes the snap right up the middle. Ridden down close to the 5, but that should be enough for another butcher shop first down. Goal to go for the Lakers.
I like that look. Oftentimes when Cam comes in the game to run the football, he's going to be running more to the outside, more one of those sweeping type plays, where Bear Shore is more north and south. He's a little bit more east and west. But to show that inside quarterback draw, to know that that's in his repertoire, and you have to guard against it when he's in there.
A lot of times we see Bear still on the field. He is lined up wide to the left. Cam fakes the end around. Cam turning in the end zone for a touchdown. 9:56 to go in the second. The Lakers' third rushing touchdown of the night. This time it's the great Cam.
And boom go the fireworks at Jaws of Death Stadium for realsies this time. The Lakers take a 2-possession lead with 9 minutes, 56 seconds left in the half.
Now Cam can finish it off, at least the score, with a PAT. Currently 20-7. The Lakers turn a fumble into 6 points, and now they turn it into 7. Your Smith Law Firm score, Camdenton 21, Lebanon 7. It's Camdenton Laker football, powered by Polylift Boat Lifts, 93.5 Rocks the Lake, and KRMS TV.
Inundated with direct mail and robocalls for Medicare health plans? Confused by changing rules and options? That's why it's important to have a licensed insurance agent you can depend on.
Guardian Insurance Group worked with us to find the coverage that suit our specific needs. They stay in contact to make sure we're using all our benefits.
At Guardian Insurance, we have the knowledge, the experience, and the passion to help you through your Medicare health plan needs.
Give us a call or visit guardiangroupmo.com.
Deserve to relax.
It's Laker football on 93.5 Rocks.
Luke, the Lakers turn a fumble recovery directly into a touchdown.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do. These teams don't often make mistakes, so when they give you an opportunity, you have to seize it. The Lakers did. 14-point ball game here.
And let's not forget converting that 4th and 10 on that long Bear Shore run to keep that drive alive. Somerset boatlift kickoff into the end zone.
And then even after the letdown of the penalty that takes away the Bear Shore touchdown, the resiliency to stay with it, not lose your head, stay at the task at hand. But this is a great game. Lots of folks tuning in across Missouri, across the Ozarks. Let us know where you're listening from at Luke of the Ozarks on Twitter. I know the Scoreboard Guide, Missouri Sports are checking us out on the YouTube feed out there. Shout out to you guys. Appreciate all the coverage you guys do for high school sports here in the state of Missouri.
My good friend Jim Powers in St. Louis High School Sports Caravan, who covers the high school game on the east side of the state, tuning in as well. I understand he's at a wedding. Fall weddings, you never know. I guess a fall wedding on a Friday may be better than a Saturday. You never know. Here's a pitch on first down and brought down. Tommy McEllier does it again, stringing out a play.
The senior reading that play perfectly and making a shoelace tackle there. Really forcing Lebanon to start digging in their bag of tricks here. Because when they're down like this, that 4 yards in a cloud of dust starts to get a little bit, you got to get a little impatient at that point.
They were listening to you, Luke.
Lost maybe half a yard there. 2nd down and 10. Smith hands it off up the middle, and again brought down. The Lakers close the gap in a hurry. Nothing doing up the middle. Jacoby Coleman again. Jeff said it, guys, before the game. Defensive line, they have got to be massive, and at times tonight they have been.
And Coleman, Bob Shore talked about him last week about how he's one of those guys who was a B-team guy in the lower grades. He stuck with it, and here he is on the biggest game in the state, making a huge play right there on 2nd down.
8:52, New Spring Wellness Center time check on 3rd down and 7 for Lebanon. Fake the toss. Smith to throw. Finds Musha at the 20. breaks a tackle, breaks another down the sideline as he lowers his shoulder. It's going to be enough for 11 first down. Golly, yeah, that's a good ball player right there, fellas.
He certainly is. McElhier was in the right place at the right time like he so often is. And whereas he made the tackle that the Lakers needed on the previous play, that time the better athlete kind of got the better of number 9 on that one. But, man, Tommy's playing with some heart tonight.
He's a tremendous athlete, but he's instinctual. You can just feel he knows exactly where he needs to be.
You get that many carries over the course of your career, you kind of have a...
He gets another one here out across the 35-yard line as the Lakers stack him up after a gain of 5. Sam DeMott's there. 8:25. New Spring Wellness Center time check. Second down on the way.
Yeah, he's just had so many repetitions from that fullback position. He knows how to make plays in space. That time they get him the ball in the passing game. That's kind of a new wrinkle we haven't seen too much of since we've been covering this team. But
second down and short, and this time Smith keeps it himself off the right side across the 45-yard line, bottled up there. A few Lakers found their way to that play, including DeMott again. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets.
And here's the deal, Lebanon would love on this drive to just keep the ball the entire time, drive it down, drive off 8 minutes. I don't think they're able to do that in this situation. So the Lakers are going to have an opportunity to get the football back here in the second half, in the first half, no matter what. No matter how much time's left on the clock when they get it.
1st and 10, toss right, Glendenning following his blockers. Lowers his shoulder inside the 45-yard line. He's going to pick up another big chunk, 7, maybe 8 yards on the play. 2nd and short on the way for Lebanon.
And Lebanon not really showing any urgency as of yet. No reason to. They can still stick with their game plan here, trying to shorten this football game. I'm sure Coach Will Christian would love to limit the Lakers to just one more possession in this half if he can.
DeMott and Reese Waters were over there for the tackle again. 2nd and 1 for Lebanon. At the Camdenton 43-yard line from the right hash. Lakers up 21-7. Play action. Smith wants to throw, feels some pressure, throws deep down the numbers, and it is incomplete. McElhier to Mellencamp. Flags fly in everywhere.
There's a flag here back at about the 44.
Yeah, flag at the line of scrimmage, KB, and a flag in the defensive backfield.
And what a hit on the quarterback.
Yeah, Jaden Parkman absolutely made the quarterback from Lebanon think about his position in life there. That was a shot to Gavin Smith. I don't think the junior from Lebanon has taken a shot like that in his entire career, and Jaden Parkman delivered it. Illegal
shift on Lebanon. Pass interference defense, so I believe those penalties are going to wipe each other out.
You saw it and you heard it as Parkman just leveled the Lebanon quarterback. I mean, he has been waiting for an opportunity like that all year and took full advantage of it.
Penalties do offset. Guys, I don't know if you're noticing this. Lebanon, when they do play fake to throw, Camdenton, now granted they're having their opportunities, but Camdenton has not been fooled by any of their pass plays so far.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's been what he's been able to do with his feet when he's back there, when he's running it, what Smith's been able to do running the football, necessarily through the air. I don't think the Lakers are too scared of what they're going to do with the pass game.
2nd and 1 for Lebanon. Between the hashes at the Camdenton 43-yard line, moving right to left. Fake the toss, inside Glendenning, breaking tackles, lowering his shoulder down to the 41 where the Lakers finally stack him up. Short game, but it's enough for 11 in first down.
But that being said, Brendan, we've seen before out of this Lebanon team, when they can hurt you on the pass, is when you absolutely sell out to the run and they get you with that big play action pass. So far, they haven't done it yet, but it's just one of those things that maybe later in this football game, in an opportune time, they pull out that play action, and it could burn the Lakers.
Just point being, they've tried it a few times, and the Lakers haven't bitten yet. But you're right. 1st and 10, Lebanon at the Camdenton 41. Up the middle, and I was wondering, are they going to fake it to the outside? Lakers on top of their game, coming off bottom. On the stop was Logan Wheat, who is getting some time at center tonight after Jackson Scott's injury. As KB said, unfortunately, Jackson's done for the night. You're going to see him down there walking around a little bit. Tough blow for the young man that has been really steady for the Lakers at that position, but Logan as well. can get it done. That was basically for half a yard, 2nd and 9. Handoff, Musha up the middle. Brought down from behind after 6-yard gain. Sam DeMott on the tackle.
Jeshua Valderas really penetrated on that play, got in the backfield, and unfortunately the running back ran right by him. But I like those signs of penetration are good. Even if you get fooled, the fact that you're getting into the backfield, eventually that's the type of thing that will disrupt this complicated running offense. Who's, as we looked at it, have already run 3 minutes off the clock here on this drive.
5:30. Your New Spring Wellness Center time check in this second quarter. Lakers up 21-7. Smith, option right, gets brought down short of the line to gain. Norton and DeMott were over there again. Sam DeMott playing a whale of a ball game again. A big part of that is the play from his defensive line, but the linebacker number 15 making some plays. This is going to be 4th down and short for Lebanon.
Lebanon will get the ball to start the second half here. So if they do what I thought they might not be able to do, which is drive it all the way down and take almost all his time off.
Yeah, we're under 5 now. In the second quarter, 4th and 1. Up the middle, Musha's got the first down and more right up the gut. Inside the 30, a gain of 4, maybe 5. It's going to be first down Lebanon at the Camdenton 27-yard line, 4:36 to go in the second quarter.
It's all about this drive here, you know. Obviously, we've got a whole second half of football left. But this looks like it'll certainly be the last drive for Lebanon in this half.
Probably, yeah.
At least you got to think it's their last scoring.
Let's look for another fumble, guys. Come on.
Lakers have recovered one tonight on defense. Play action again. Smith steps up and he's going down. Again, the Lakers were not fooled. Valderas with the tackle. Maybe a loss of 1, but how about Jeshua breaking up that play in the backfield?
6 foot, 215-pound junior. Penetration paying off for him on that one.
That quarterback's got a little bit of a hitch in his giddy up there.
He's taken some abuse tonight.
Yes, Luke.
An Oak Star Bank played a bank on there by Jeshua Valderas on 2nd and 11. Toss for Glendenning, right. Turns on the afterburners. Nice cutback as he brings it inside the 20-yard line. Flags fly in at the end of the play.
I saw a body fly. Didn't see what color jersey it was.
Hope it's the right color.
A top deck penalty flag. Let's see. This is going to be against. It's going to be against the Lakers. It's going to be a first down for the Yellow Jackets.
It's costly in this area of the field, obviously. Now, what it does is it condenses the field down. You have less area to guard. But with Lebanon, the way they like to run their offense, they don't need a lot of space like the Lakers do.
Did they call a horse collar on that? Any way you cut it, it's a Lebanon first down and goal inside the Pacific Pools red zone at the Camdenton 9-yard line.
They got him. Got the Lakers to jump on that one with a hard count, the motion in the backfield. Lakers giving up half the distance the easy way here.
We were talking about the whistle that we heard down in Hillcrest last week. KB, are you hearing, is that the band warming up that I'm hearing?
I think that's the band warming up, yeah. And I heard a whistle. You're absolutely right, Brendan.
I heard it last week.
These phantom whistles.
That was a top deck penalty against the Lakers again. It's first and goal inside the 5-yard line now. And this is where Lebanon absolutely loves to operate from.
Like on that first, when it was like
just inside the 5. Handoff, Musha running left. Gabe Norton tried to bring him down from behind. He did, just shy of the goal line.
That's going to burn another precious 38 seconds here for the Lakers.
That's a good point. For Lebanon right now, they assume they're going to probably score, but just came into defense, another chance to maybe knock the football out here. Goal to go inside the 1. Smith, QB sneak up the middle. No signal yet. Still no signal. Still waiting. There it is. Touchdown, Lebanon. 2:59 to go in the second quarter on the QB sneak. Gavin Smith.
Softball coach who won the district championship. At halftime, you got somebody.
2:59 on the second quarter clock. Rhett Rhodes puts it through the uprights. Your Smith Law Firm score, Camdenton 21, Lebanon 14. It's Camdenton Laker football powered by Poly the Boat Lifts. 93.5 Rocks the Lake and KRMS TV.
Drift away with the Driftwood Spa and Salon at Margaritaville. Start with some basic facial skin treatments to a variety of body massage treatments, or choose from 8 different spa packages to discover the perfect combination of services to relax, rejuvenate, and refresh your mind, body, and spirit. Call for an appointment, 573-348-3535.
Hi, this is Shelley from the Driftwood Spa and Salon at Margaritaville. We are located in the Driftwood building next to the indoor pool, and our new salon is directly across the street. Come drift away with us.
Click on the Dime tab.
It's the original home for Laker football. 93.5 Rocks.
The Lebanon Yellow Jackets punch one in at 2:59. It's 21-14 Lakers. Both offenses looking good tonight. Brendan Matthews, Luke Hagedorn inside the Kenny Carroll Excavating broadcast booth. KB's on the sideline. Sammy Stava inside our BG Tree Service Score Center. Here's a short kick fielded by Waters as he brings it out across the 30-yard line. Tripped up and another late flag. Reese brings it to about the 32. Let's see what this top deck penalty is about. It came way after the play.
And it matters, too, because, Reese had a good opportunity to get a good run back there. Didn't totally take advantage of it.
That's a personal foul against Lebanon.
You tack those 15 on, and all of a sudden the Lakers are in good shape here with 2 minutes, 54 seconds left in the half. Lakers lead 21-14, looking to tack on, double up. You like that 2-possession lead against Lebanon. You like a 2-possession lead against anybody, especially against Lebanon, especially since Lebanon's going to get the football to start the second half.
Lakers have scored on each one of their 3 drives tonight, fellas. But they've only had 3 possessions. Because of Lebanon and the nature of their offense, it trims down the number of snaps you're going to have. Every possession so valuable so far. Camdenton has taken advantage. They've got it 1st and 10 at their own 47, operating from the right hash. Bear Shore immediately swings it out and led Javari Stewart a little bit too much. That fastball was a little low and away. Incomplete, and Javari's a little worse for wear, and he goes down at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, no. Looks like just a little cramp, I think, but we'll see. We'll go out and check on him. Ford will check in the ball game for him.
I think it is the other foot there, because the last time he was out, I think it was the right foot that he had iced up. He had that small sprain on that. Looks like Josh. Looks like the trainer's attending to his left ankle, and as you said, he looks like he's rubbing on it. Looks like a cramp.
So we're inside a Slumberland Furniture timeout. Visit slumberland.com, take the KK exit, go right on the Osage Beach Parkway about half a mile, and you were there. Slumberland Furniture, one of our great original sponsors here on Camdenton Laker football. This is a Purcell Tire Drive, and Luke, you keep talking about the importance here of a 2-possession lead, knowing that Lebanon has the ball to start the third quarter.
Yeah, and you talk about the limited amount of possessions we've had in this ball game, and that makes that one turnover that Lebanon has loom so large in this ball game. We often talk about you got to win the turnover game to win a football game. In a game like this, as you mentioned, this is the 4th possession the Lakers have had in the half. One of those came from a turnover, so that's a full quarter of the possessions the Lakers have had in this football game have come via turnover. The Lakers able to capitalize on that last one. Here they are with 2 minutes and 51 seconds left with a chance to make it a 28-14 ball game.
And guys, it's the one blind spot that this Lebanon offense has, because of the amount of times that the ball isn't necessarily through the air, but as many option plays as you have, as many pitches as you have to your running back. They're so good at it. But it keeps that little sliver of opportunities to force turnovers, and this Laker defense is one that forces the turnovers from the best offenses in high school football, and certainly Lebanon falls under that category, KB.
Yeah, looks like this might be a little bit more than a cramp, fellas. He's getting helped off. The trainer, they're getting him over to the bench. So this might be a little bit more something serious than we originally anticipated. Let's hope not.
So we'll try again here. 2nd down and 10. Bear quickly underneath finds his receiver as he lowers his shoulder close to midfield. That's Edson. Gain of 2, maybe 3. Ball spotted.
Just out of bounds there. Stops the clock. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left in the half.
3rd and 7. Bear immediately in stride. Hooks up. Inside the play. Ford with the catch. It's 4th down and 3. Gave him a good spot. 4th and 4. Ball's at the 11 and 47. I think it's go zone here, guys.
I think it is, but I think you use up all the time you have here, which is not Lakers' typical MO.
Got to have confidence that your offense can pick this up. Play clock down to 17 on this Purcell-tired Laker drive.
11 with 3 down linemen, 2 linebackers here. Showed a blitz from the outside and he backed off of it.
7 seconds on the play clock. Luke, you said it, letting this run all the way down.
Didn't take a timeout.
Inside the Mid-City Lumber 2-minute warning. And there's the Slumberland Furniture timeout. Let's take one as well. Big 4th down on the way when we come back. It's Camdenton Laker football, powered by Polylift Boat Lifts. 93.5 Rocks the Lake and KRMS TV.
WP Controls manufactures the most user-friendly and convenient boat lift controllers on the market right here at the Lake of the Ozarks. Great for weekenders and full-time residents. They're designed to view and control your lift from any device, from anywhere. Imagine operating your lift on your way home from a day on the lake, so it's ready when you get there. Features include built-in camera, easy-to-use touchscreen, internet and Bluetooth-enabled remote control app, programmable receptacles for dock accessories, and instant text notification of any lift movement. Visit WPControlsLLC.com.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, Oak Star Bank is proud to support the Camdenton Lakers.
We bleed purple. Do you? It's Laker football on 93.5 Rocks.
See a lot of folks engaged in the chat on our KRMS TV YouTube channel. I see maybe one of the folks you've talked about before, Luke, down in Corpus Christi. I saw a viewer down there. Let everybody know where they're watching from. Let Luke know at Luke of the Ozarks on Twitter.
Our friend Michael checking in from Omaha, of course.
4th down and 4 for the Laker offense. Reese Waters in motion here to the right. Cam Durnan takes the direct snap. Cam rolls to his right. Cam bounces outside, cut it back left. Bounces outside again, has the 1st down and more. No flags, forced out of bounds. At the 34-yard line, a butcher shot 1st down.
What a nifty runner Cam Durnan is. I thought he was stopped short to the line of game. Kind of weaves in, weaves out, kind of forces the pressure, makes the defense make a decision, and then he uses that defensive decision against them to burn him for a 1st down.
Mention again, we're inside the Mid-City Lumber 2-minute warning. 1st and 10 from the 11 and 33-yard line. Operating from the right hash. Lakers moving left to right. Up 21-14.
Communication problems here going on. Now Edson's got to figure it out. He's in motion.
Yeah, he's motion now to the left. 4 receivers left. Cam rolling left. Makes a man miss. Makes another man miss, and he's going to get bottled up close to the 30. Still might get 4 yards out of it, but the Lakers don't have time on their side here with 1:30 left in the quarter. We'll set up 2nd down and 6.
Only one timeout.
In no hurry here. 2nd and 6, Bear Shore back in at quarterback from the 31. Fake the reverse to Ford. Bear keeps it himself inside the 25, rumbling inside the Pacific Pools red zone. He's stacked up at the 17. That's a Camdenton Laker butcher shot. 1st down to the 14-yard run by Bear Shore.
And the clock stops on the 1st down with 1:06 left here. It's going to tick off once they get set. Ticked off a little early. Ticked off a little early. It's already going.
Under a minute to go in the 2nd quarter. Lakers up 21-14. 1st and 10 from the Lebanon 17-yard line. Reese Waters in motion here to the right, from the right hash. Bear, keeper again. Running right over the pile at the 15 as a group of Lebanon defenders had 30 seconds to go. 29, 28, 25. Bears shore, looks left, has a man open left. The catch is made at the 10. Down to the 5, inside the 5-yard line, and a 1st and goal coming up. The pass and catch to... Clock stops at 16 as Reese brings it in.
You are listening to 93.5 Rocks the Lake.
QB draw up the middle. Bears shore is going to be stopped short. The Lakers timeout, 4 seconds. 4 seconds left. Timeout, Slumberland Furniture timeout.